Everyone has heard this sound at some point in their driving experience. More often than not, it's the sound of a battery that just doesn't have the power needed to start the engine. Many problems can cause a dead or weak battery. Maybe you left the lights on, or you could have a more complex problem. But for right now, you just want the vehicle to start. Knowing the safest way to jumpstart a vehicle is important to every driver, but making sure that it's done in the right way is absolutely essential. It's always important to make sure you have the correct booster cable set. Remember that the lower the gauge number, the bigger the diameter of the cable, and the more capacity it has to deliver jump-starting power. Lower numbered gauge cables are safer to start more types of engines. The cable length you'll need is determined by the position of the vehicles. If you're trying to start a car with a vehicle parked directly in front, you'll need a longer cable, at least 20 feet. So, longer cables will give you more hookup options. Remember that black cables and clamps are negative or ground. Red or contrasting color cables and clamps are positive. Prior to jump starting, refer to the vehicle owner's manual for specific instructions. Determine whether the vehicles have a traditional under-the-hood battery configuration or use remote access terminals so you know exactly where to hook up the clamps. Some batteries have side terminals. A booster cable clamp should be securely fastened to the side terminal bolt. Regardless of the type of battery or installation, you should always wear safety glasses and gloves. Follow all safety precautions and instructions at all times. Make sure that the two vehicles are not touching and that both ignition switches are in the off position. Remove anything that covers the terminals so that you can properly secure the clamps. Never allow booster cable clamps to touch each other while making connections. Begin with the stranded vehicle first. Connect the positive clamp to the positive terminal on the battery. Second, connect the other positive clamp to the positive terminal of the charged battery. Third, still on the servicing vehicle, connect the negative clamp to the negative terminal of the battery. Fourth, and finally, on the car you're jump-starting, connect the last negative clamp to the engine block or metal frame. Make sure this connection is away from any potentially moving parts. Start the servicing vehicle first and allow it to run for at least 30 seconds. Now you can start the car that has the discharged battery. Once you've successfully started the problem car, you can remove the booster cables in the reverse order you connected them. Remove the negative clamp from the car you jump-started, then the negative clamp on the servicing vehicle. Now remove the positive clamp from the servicing vehicle. Removing the positive clamp from the jumped car is always the last step. Vehicles with remote access terminals are connected and disconnected in this same order. The procedure for using remote access terminals differs only in the last negative connection, which is connected to the remote access negative terminal rather than the engine block or car frame. Using the right jumper cable gauge and length for the task and following each attachment step in the correct order will give you the best chance of bringing a discharged battery back into service. You should have the battery that was discharged tested along with the vehicle's starting and charging system as soon as possible. If you do need to replace the battery, remember that batteries can be safely, completely recycled when done properly in the right facilities. Don't forget to recycle your batteries with someone you can trust.